I've got this week's fantasy baseball breakdown, and that report is coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Beat the Odds, your source for expert fantasy baseball insights all season long. We are in the middle of week 1, and I've got 10 players that are available in at least 40% of that Yahoo leagues that you should be picking up ahead of this coming week. If you're a fan of this type of content, I'd encourage you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. Now, I know that your time is valuable, so my commitment to you is to keep these videos under 5 minutes throughout the season. And to prove that I'm serious, here is my 5-minute countdown. Now let's jump right into this list with 5 pitchers to target, starting with number 5, Luis Severino. I was leery about drafting any Athletic starters with the move from their home park, but I may have forgotten how talented the rotation actually is. Severino, for instance, still throws 96-mile-per-hour heat, and he does a great job of inducing ground balls, which would neutralize some of the ballpark factors. He did have an effective quality start in Seattle, which truthfully isn't that hard to do, but he should be a useful arm for fantasy managers this season. Let's go to number 4. We have Luke Jackson. Now, I made the mistake as well of crowning Chris Martin as the team's closer last week when the situation is actually much more in flux. Jackson, who struggled in a close game on opening day, came back the following day and posted a clean inning for the save, and he just actually had the save again this afternoon. So I'm going to give the edge to Jackson for now, but pay close attention to the next few save chances the Rangers get. Let's move on to number 3. We have Tyler McGill. McGill is built like a power pitcher. He's 6'7", which gets him 7.4 feet closer to home plate when he pitches. That's the 99th percentile, in case you're wondering. His fastball already clocks in at 96 miles per hour, so his perceived velocity with that extension would actually be more like 100 miles per hour. It's no wonder that it grades out as his best pitch. He is lined up to pitch at home next against the Jays next week. If he puts up another quality start, managers are going to flock to pick him up. Let's move to number 2. We have Jeffrey Springs. The point I made earlier about Athletic starters resonates with Springs as well. Now working on his first healthy season after Tommy John, Springs is hoping to return to some semblance of his 2022 season where he was 9-5 with a 2.46 ERA and a 1.07 WHIP over 135 innings. I'd personally add a full run to those figures, but that still makes him an extremely useful pitcher. He's worth a shot in shallow leagues. And at number 1 for pitchers, we got Jack Leiter. Did y'all see his start on Friday? 5 innings, 4 strikeouts, only 1 walk, and against a good Red Sox offense. Now, some of you might be like, Dave, it's just 5 innings. Why are you so hyped? Well, I've been a fan of his arsenal for a while now, and it looks like he might have found some command of it. If this continues, there are very few in this game that can match his stuff. Go and get him before it's too late. Now let's move on to 5 hitters to pick up. Starting with number 5, we have Otto Lopez. The Marlins lineup isn't expected to generate a lot of offense, but if a player ends up slotted in the top 3 of any lineup, it's worth looking at. He doesn't offer much in the power department, but he can make solid contact and he doesn't strike out a lot. So that sounds like an old school number 2 hitter to me. With an average sprint speed of 28.7 feet per second, it's not a surprise that he's already has a 20-bag season in his career. Let's go to number 4. We have Lars Nootbaar. Nootbaar is starting the season as the Cardinals' leadoff hitter. Now, he isn't a huge threat to steal the base, but he might get to double-digit bags with a full season of at-bats. His batting eye is really what you're going for here. In leagues that reward walks or on-base percentage, Nootbaar is a perfect pickup. He has a career 350 OBP. He's quite strong with the bat as well, registering an 88th percentile average exit velocity. Oh, and by the way, he's also 27. Let's go to number 3. We got Kyle Manzardo. The Guardians' DH is off to a great start. He has been hitting in the top half of the lineup. He has been hitting against left-handed pitchers too. In fact, Manzardo has hit both of his homers off of lefties, Angel Zerpa on Thursday and Sam Long this afternoon. Is he going to fill the void left behind by Josh Naylor? I'd say that might be the ceiling here, but I wouldn't bet against it. To number 2 we go. We have Wilyer Abreu. With all the talk of incumbent Roman Anthony in camp, Abreu was considered by some to be the weak link in the outfield chain. Well, looks like he might have taken that a little personal. He's now 7 for 10 through 4 games, and with 5 walks as well, he's reached base in 12 of his 15 plate appearances. That's 80% for those who don't want to do the math. Abreu might force Coach Cora's hand in pushing him up the lineup. And finally, at number 1, we got Spencer Torkelson. Now, many gave up on the former number 1 pick when it just seemed like he couldn't adjust to Major League pitching. Well, it looks like Torkelson is up to the task of proving his critics wrong. We all know that he can mash. He might be the cheapest source of 30 home run power that you're going to find, but he has had his issues making solid contact, as evidenced by his expected batting average of 209 last season. Now 25, he might actually be poised for a breakout. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm going to sign off for now, but I will catch you guys on the next episode.